Hi everyone, welcome to week 3 online. Let's take a look at what the expectations are this week for your online learning. First of all, in class, you'll remember that we reviewed the remainder of the ISTE standards. We had gone over Empowered Learner, Digital Citizen, Knowledge Constructor, Innovative Designer, and this week we explored Computational Thinker, which is when someone comes up with an innovative way to solve an everyday problem using technology. Creative Communicator, which gives you the opportunity to collaborate with others and find ways to share information in creative ways other than the typical written responses or emails. We did a little bit of practice this week by producing a video and finding other ways to communicate. And lastly, Global Collaborator. You all had the opportunity to take a virtual field trip and explore a place of your choosing to be more of a global collaborator. Our primary focus for week 3 was designing learning experiences that are based in standards and using a technology appropriately. This graphic gives us an overview of what we want children or students to get out of the use of technology. You'll notice in the left-hand column that technology should not be the product, but rather the tool that we use to get there. Technology is the tool, not the learning outcome. This week you'll be expected to create a learning experience that you will eventually implement. This week we're focusing on writing the lesson plan specifically. As you design your learning experience, you're going to want to make some considerations. First of all, what age students would you like to work with? And in this case, since you're going to be implementing the lesson, you want to think about what age you have access to. If you're using the CDC to implement a lesson, or if you're using a classroom where you're conducting observations and working with a small group, perhaps you're working with your own child or a cousin or younger siblings. That should drive which age you're going to select for this learning experience. You also want to think about what you want the students to be able to know and do, and how that connects to the standards. If you're using the younger children during this lesson experience, then you're going to want to look at the ELFs, which are linked in this week's learning materials. If you're using math or reading as a content area focus for kindergarten through 12th grade, you'll want to use the Common Core state standards, also linked in this week's materials. If you're more interested in teaching science, you should explore the next generation science standards in the week 3 materials. Then, as you write the lesson, you want to think about how technology can help enhance the lesson. So remember, technology is not the focus of the lesson, it's facilitating the lesson and making it more engaging for the student. As always, everything you need to get started and all of the materials you'll need for the assignments are located in your weekly folder, including the presentation from class in case you were unable to attend. In regard to lesson planning, you'll find a plethora of materials that help you select the standards that are appropriate, to look at some samples, and to see some inspirational videos that can share how a new teacher gets started with planning. You'll also find a lesson planning guide that offers a tool which could serve as a way to be a computational thinker. You can click here to access the tool and use your student Google account to log in. If you're not interested in using this tool, you can use the standard lesson plan template. Some of you may be more familiar with this template if you've taken early childhood classes with us. Regardless of which materials, standards, or inspirations you select, everyone is submitting a written lesson plan that's due week 4 on Monday. This will give me time to thoroughly review and give you feedback before you implement the lesson. Please check the course and details in week 4 to understand when each part is due after the written lesson. You'll conduct an implementation where you actually teach the lesson to a single child or group of children and record it, and then you'll have some time to reflect and talk about how you might do things differently or what you were pleased with. Additionally, in week 3, we're going to continue to discuss technology integration. We've talked a little bit about this and how you might thoroughly integrate technology, not just use it on the surface level. There's resources and materials here for you to consider how to use it. There's also a graphic that talks about the planning process and how to be more effective and efficient, some of the ideas that are spiraled from week 2. Finally, your last 2 assignments this week involve 1, a technology integration discussion board where you watch a series of 3 videos and talk about the level of technology integration. You're also going to be creating a Cool Tools Wiki as a class. You'll contribute your single part to our class wiki. Remember to watch the materials if you're not sure what a wiki is. You've already evaluated 2 tools last week, one for teacher efficiency and another for engaging students. This is a 3rd tool that you've come across that's just too good not to share. With this one, you can look at tools for formative assessment or determining how much students know. There's also some digital tools and apps linked here. You're going to do an evaluation using the Tech Tool Evaluation template. You'll complete it on the tool you selected and post to the class wiki. Then you'll be able to link the class wiki to your actual website by cutting and pasting the web address. When it's posted to your website, you'll be able to go back and look at everybody's evaluation so you have a full collection of tools to expand your resources that have already been posted to your page. As you work towards the week 3 assignments and creating the learning experience, be sure to think about the obstacles and challenges you face. We'll be discussing these in week 3. Remember, all assignments are due Monday by noon. I look forward to finishing out week 3 with you, and we'll see you in week 4.